Okay. Okay. It looks like we might be back. It looks like we might be back. We got the stream up and going. We're gonna need a check. I need a check from everybody to make sure that we're still here. Looks like the stream is up, both Twitch and YouTube. We just, somebody can throw some stuff in the chat, even if it's nonsense. I would greatly appreciate it, just so I can know you guys are still here. All right, I see chats coming through, so that must be good. But you guys could have been arguing about stuff and still not see me. Anybody? Welcome back, Gold Main Days. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, I really wish you all could have seen the monumental crash out I had when the camera went down, because I gotta tell you, I told Carly, I said, baby, you can call Spectrum and ask them what's going on and ask somebody to come out here and look at this, or I can call Spectrum tomorrow and God help the first person I talk to. No, not really. I would never berate somebody just trying to do their job, but I'm pretty over this shit. I am pretty over this shit. Also, whoever in the Discord said, obviously it wasn't safe to unplug, I need you to know how hard I laughed when I saw that. That shit about took me out. That shit about took me out. Okay, we're back. Flesh and Blood's back. It appears that my internet is back, barring anything else. We talked about ProQuest data, the things that won, so on, so on. Let's talk about Victor. Now, I'm going to warn you all. It's not going to look very different when you see this. It's going to look very different when we get to the sideboard here in just a minute. And I mean very different. I have changed almost everything. And it was Filippo inspired. So we're going to skip over. We're going to skip over the main deck because nothing really changed. This is still the same 43 cards I was playing. But let's talk about our sideboard and all of the fun new tools we have here. First up is probably one of my favorite new additions is Fault Line. One of the things that I keep finding we need is more disruption, whether it's aggro decks, combo decks, mid-range decks. Fault Line is a great way to have a 2-card play that can give you disruption to your opponent. Now, if you have an arsenal, it comes in for 8. This also works well with Iron Fist Revelation. There was a debate to play Fault Line or Red Disable, but I've never really tried Fault Line, so I want to try Fault Line to see if it's going to be good enough to fit the bill in Victor. Where is my pen? We have to write that down. Write that down, write that down. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how Fault Line does tonight. I think that it's a very interesting inclusion. And it's possible that maybe we end up on like 1 or 2 Fault Lines, 1 or 2 disables. I don't know. Like it just seemed interesting. I do not have EA Thunks yet. I do not have EA Thunks, and I was thinking about getting EA Fault Lines as well. I don't know. What did I think about Filippo's list? I liked Filippo's list. It was a very different take on the meta than I had been playing. So I was really intrigued to play a list tonight that is more similar to his list, but not exactly his list. So I'm kind of curious to see how it feels tonight. Yarrow can be really good in the meta, Cree. 110%. Why Titan's Fist and not Shield Beater? You get 5 power and get to keep Aegis. Fatigue matchups, or does Grindstone work fine just there? So top it, I am on Titan's Fist for matchups. Well, I mean, one of the big reasons was to have it against KO. We needed a 1-card weapon play. But there are matchups where we don't want to be on Miller's Grindstone, and we want to make sure that we have a 1-card play for when we need to block with 3 cards. So Titan's Fist kind of fits that bill. Now that we are back on Tunic, there is definitely a world where you can talk me into playing Shield Beater in this deck, and we will be testing it. I'm just going to leave Titan's Fist in there for now. I got you covered for the EA Fault Lines in Memphis. Yo, your code, my man. I got some money with your name on it. I'm not on Bells, and let me explain why. I'm not on Bells because right now our disruption includes Boulder Drop, Command and Conquer, Fault Line, Test of Iron Grip, and the weakest link against Acilio. I want to see if we can beat Acilio on Crown of Dominion, AB2, Shield, and I think I'm on Tunic. I'm on AB3. I'm on No Rune Robe. This is one I'm very skeptical of. This came from Filippo's list. He was playing No Rune Robe as his AB3, and so I think I'm curious to see how it feels tonight. There is definitely a world where you could talk me into cutting No Rune Robe, and we just play Tech Plating or Tunic into Acilio, and we just play it that way. I don't know. I am not on AB6 anymore, since Verdance is probably not going to exist for calling Memphis. I am pretending like it does not exist this weekend at ProQuest season. Now, that could lead to some very bad losses for me this weekend, but that is the idea behind what we're doing tonight. I'm curious to see how AB3 feels. You said you were going. Yeah, I will be at the calling for sure, Demon Huntress. I was a Shield Beater skeptic too, homie. Just run it. I'm curious. We'll see how Shield Beater feels this week. Another card that we're back on is Pummel. When I started testing Pummel again, I was on 3 initially, and I've since cut back to 2. I think Tunic works, or I'm sorry, I think Pummel works better as a supplemental card. You like the idea of the powerful plays that Pummel can make for you, but I think being on 3 might be too many, because having 2 in one hand is very clunky. Drawing them too close together can be very awkward, because a lot of times you may have a Pummel in Arsenal and you're waiting on your Tunic counter to come up. So I think 2 is the perfect number, as to where 3 might be too much. That is kind of like my thought process. I am not saying that that is the end-all be-all of being correct, but that's where I'm at right now. Another card is the weakest link. This sideboard slot for a long time was Erase Face. I think we are in a place right now where Erase Face can be cut from the sideboard, and the weakest link kind of serves a lot of the same matchup spreads, but we also have the advantage of it being a 3-block. Now, the weakest link's good into Acilio, it's good into Dash.io. It has a lot of really good plays, plus it's a popper into Prism if we need it. So the weakest link fits pretty well, where Erase Face was good into Acilio, it was good into Dash.io, but it was also good into Florian. We're no longer worried about Florian. Fi and Synindra are not super popular in the meta, so the weakest link seems to fit the bill pretty well. This is one that I am curious to see how it feels, because if I don't like it, if I don't like the weakest link, we will just go back to Erase Face. We are also back on Crown of Dominion and Tunic. With this more aggressive slanted list, I really want to test Crown of Dominion and Tunic being on this more aggressive game plan to see if there's a world where, automatically starting with your first Goldmane estate being online, how powerful that can truly be. Because it means that if you're forced to go first in a matchup and you slam a Goldmane estate on turn 0, bang, you're back in there. Like, you're automatically online. You're not forced to pitch it or hold it or do anything. So I really like the idea of Crown of Dominion. And then Tunic. Somebody had brought up a few minutes ago Titan's Fist versus Shield Beater. I am much more inclined to run Shield Beater now that I have Tunic in the deck, as opposed to running Titan's Fist, but I'm not entirely sure. We played Shield Beater for a while, and it did do pretty well against the Fatiguides matchup, but I'm not sure that we necessarily need it into that matchup, and that would be one of the matchups I'm looking for it for. I'd be looking for Shield Beater into Fatiguides, into Jarl, into other Guardians, like, so on and so on. So I'm not entirely sure that we want to be on Shield Beater right now, but Tunic is a good reason to go back to it. Another reason to be back on, like Filippo was playing a 2 of Red Debilitate. Now, I am not on any of the 4 for 8s like Debilitate or Choke Slam, but I do think there's a world where with Tunic back in the deck, we might be in a good position to be on some number of debilitates or chokeslams. I don't know how great chokeslam is in the meta right now. With KO leaving, probably not looking super great. It could be pretty good into a deck like Lyeth. It could be pretty good into a deck like Pleiades if they're playing the aggro version. There are definitely a few places where, you know, it could be like perceived as like very good. I am debating playing like 2 fault lines and 1 debilitate, just to see how that plays out. I don't know if that's correct or not, but it does seem like it could be a real thing. Yo, Copper, upgrading your membership to the Aggro Alliance. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And that actually brings me to something I was going to talk about. Something that we did for the first time last week was what I'm calling the Discord Q&A session. If you are a member of the Aggro Alliance tier on YouTube or on metafy, you have access in the Discord to come to what's called a weekly Q&A. So on Tuesday, from 5 to 6 Eastern time, there is a channel in the Discord. As long as you have it linked, you have to have YouTube or metafy or whatever linked. You have the ability to be able to just come and hang out. You can ask me about the meta. You can ask me about your deck, like a deck list, games. We can talk about whatever you want. It's an hour where you have my undivided attention. So if that's something that interests you, that is a part of that Aggro Alliance tier. I meant to talk about that the other day. So I've been told I'm supposed to fight you. Yo, you don't want that smoke, Foxy. She'd kill you. Spectrum coming out between 8 and 9 tomorrow? Okay, thanks for letting me know. It's so stormy here. Vincent prices have gone through the roof. $30 coal, $30 machinations of Dominion, $15 eulogy. Wow. I will say, yeah, John, I will agree. First problem being Spectrum. I agree. That is like, we're having lots of internet issues tonight. That has been part of like the issues with the stream. So I do appreciate you guys coming back. I did go down to 2 Clash of Bravados in the sideboard. If it looks like Prism or if Vincent becomes a bigger issue, then we're probably going back to 3 Clash of Bravados. My first thought is that I would cut a fault line and play 2 fault lines and then play 3 Clash of Bravados. So that's my first thought. I'm not sure where that's at. You can ask about Spectrum Internet? Yo. That is crazy work. That is crazy work. But anyway, these are the changes. Now, let me take you on a journey for a moment. We're gonna walk down what I like to call the Zach can't make up his mind story, like journey right now. So last Monday, exactly 1 week from today, you probably heard me give a spiel, or if not, I'm going to tell you what I said, talking about how Victor is not super well positioned to win at a tier 3 event. That I think you have to have the perfect matchups, the perfect run. Things just have to be like amazing for you to win a calling or a tier 3 or better, was what I said. Well, after I said that, Filippo Barbani and 2 other victors who made top 20, by the way, I did not catch their names, but big shout out to the other victors as well, said, hold my beer, and went to freaking work. Now, first off, I tip my hat to you. Like, amazing. Honestly, absolutely love it. So I said that I was stepping away from Victor and that we were going to find other decks to play. Now, I will tell you that even though I've been working on Victor, I have been playing Dio still working on the Dio deck. Victor's so back. Victor's so back, it's crazy. It is crazy how back we are. I did see one of them was OTK. I saw that in the Guardian Discord. So yeah, I lied. Victor good, me bad. That's my big takeaway from this past weekend. But we are back at the grind. We are back at the grind, and we're here for it. So I'm so ready to get into it. Knew those weeks of practice should just get thrown out the window. How's your Volda matchup? I mean, Volda's unfavored. But I think that if we need to, like, get points into Valda. Like if Valda wins a lot of ProQuests next weekend, I think we can like try to fit in a couple copies of Staunch Response to try to make it better. I think is really like the answer to that plan. Toulouse isn't real, it can't hurt you. Pablo did have a miracle gym run to make it to top 8. He didn't play Acilio or Mario the entire event. I mean, he had a good gym run, and like he also like again, I said this in like the first part of the stream that like is now a different video on YouTube. That with all the love and respect to Pablo, he high rolled the shit out of Filippo. I think like Filippo would have won that game multiple times over had it not been for Pablo's high roll. So we're going to be playing the subs version of the deck because I have figured out how to save decks to favorites. And so, yeah, we're going to be playing games tonight. I guess we're just kind of looking to play against anything, obviously. I think I'm going to put, like, looking for meta heroes, and we're going to see what pops up. We'll see what we get and stuff like that. This is the most equipment I have ran in Victor in a long time. I'm also curious to know if there's ever a world where we can cut Null Rune Robe and just play AB2 into Acilio. This is a matchup I have not played in a minute. Synindra looks, yeah. So Synindra is still all of the defensive equipment. Against Synindra, we are not on Weakest Links or Pummels, Remembrance, or Midas Touch. So in this matchup, we are on all of the disruption. We are playing, let's see, we have 3 visits, 3 tests of strength, 6, 9, 12, 13. We have 13 misses in this, and if you count the Ripple Aways, that's 16. I don't know that Ripple Away is going to be discarded this game. It's probably just blocking 3 most of this game. Coming in hot with my Betsy deck, trust, listen. I think I'm just gonna swing the hammer here. We're just gonna swing the hammer. We'll get some cards out of Syndra's deck because there is a real world where we are able to fatigue them. Let's see, what is today? The 9th? Today is the 9th. We are playing against Synindra, and we are going first. Sag, we would like to go second if we have the option to. Going second is always better. I like going against Valda on Mario for some reason. Why is that? I'm just curious to know why that is. Ooh, we're getting a Fate Scene out of hand. All right, so they're on all the D-Reacts against us. They're also on Snaps, which I think is pretty telling. I think being on Snaps is pretty telling here. I am on streamer mode. At least I should be. Yeah, I should be on streamer mode. Talishar never remembers my settings for some reason. Version with Snappies plus Razors. I mean, I think playing Lyeth for fun is like perfectly okay, right? Like, I think playing Lyeth for fun is like perfectly okay. They probably needed that resource. We're gonna block with Clash of Bravado, and we're gonna try to snipe that. Fealty token. Clash of Bravado. And Snappies meets Snatches in the deck? No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think we're just going to block like this. We're going to block over by 1. So if there's an empowerment, it's not going to be backbreaking. They're probably going to try an Arsenal. We're going to make a new Surge, and we're going to throw Command and Conquer. And then we're going to aim to use Iron Fist Revelation on the following turn so that we can throw a big Spinal Crush and get a lot of value here. This Demonstrate Devotion. All right, so they still have a Fealty in play. We'd like to get rid of both, but I think Graven Arms are typically viewed as better. I'm pretty sure the arms are better if I remember from Pablo's deck, MP. Okay, I didn't want to skip through my arsenal. Talishar's been kind of laggy for me lately, which I don't really think is Talishar. I think we're supposed to block this. I think we're supposed to take 4 here. Yeah, we're gonna hit with the flick knives. Sure. And then if this is a breakpoint, we're gonna give up Golden Sun and Iron Fist Revelation. It is not. I think we're supposed to do this. Hopefully there's no empowerment here. Empowerment would not be great for us. This probably means they're going to end their turn. Okay, so Seismic Surge pops. We're going to throw Spinal Crush. I think doing that to make sure that we can just throw Spinal Crush is correct here. Yo, what's up, Steve? I was on at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure what you mean by early. It's the same time I always go live, but the internet died. So we had to come back. My internet died for a minute, and then I had to come back. Ah. Uh-oh. They should rename Talishar to McDonald's ice cream machine. That seems a little harsh, doesn't it? Seems a little harsh. I think Talishar is a very good client, and I think Talishar is a very good client. The Talishar devs do their very best, but I do think it can be tough with the UI sometimes. Daylight savings, you change at a different time to the UK? Well, yeah, we changed. Daylight savings. We already did daylight savings. Like we did daylight savings was Saturday into Sunday, I think. Do you guys not do daylight savings, Steve, in the UK? I'm assuming there's a D react here. Yeah, makes sense. Also important to keep in mind, we've not seen any clashes yet. This would be a very good match to be matchup to be able to have. We would like to win this. I hope there's not another miss on top. Of course there's a miss on top. We're gonna have to destroy our shield and target ourselves. That is really bad. I'm really curious to see how we can recover from this. Gripping myself is not where we want to be, especially this early on in the game. It's okay. We just got to lock in and make sure we got it. So we definitely just want to save the E-Strike for Arsenal. I have almost zero interest in... Okay, they come over the top for 1. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just block 5, deny them mask, and then unfortunately they'll have a 4-card hand, but yeah, welcome back to Victor. It's okay. Victor's got to get out the frustrations with me, you know? Victor's got to get out the frustrations with me. Victor's like, listen, homeboy. It's like, you walked away. You took a break. You gotta earn this. And it's like, okay, I hear you. I hear you. We're working through this. Victor and I are working through this together. We got to work through the hard times, you know? Got to work through the hard times. All right, come on. Come on, Victor. We're back. We can do this. There you go. There you go. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Just had to let the human go to bed. I think it's hard because it's a free format for Talishar, plus the coding is hard. Internet browser. The Steam load, it would be different. Oh, yeah, the Talishar team does absolutely amazing. Cannot speak highly enough of the Talishar team. And like I would tell almost anybody that like you should never speak ill of the Talishar team. They are absolutely phenomenal. We're gonna bottom the Ripple away here. Probably should have bottomed the Thunderquake. It's fine. Okay, this cannot be got by a... They're just gonna pass. I was like, yo, what are you gonna codex me? All right, so I think right here we're gonna send the hammer. We're gonna Arsenal Boulder Drop, and we're gonna try to set up for some Iron Fist Revelation value as a way to just try to get a little bit aggressive. Have I tested Shelter over Sync? I have not, but somebody made that suggestion to me today. I tell you what, if you're hanging out right now, what do you think? Do you think Shelter is better than Sync in this deck, in the Victor deck? Hit me with it. I'd like to know what you guys think. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you back to me? Oh, dude, that's so good. If you guys have not seen the meme that somebody made about me and Victor, about me, Victor, and Filippo, you should go check it out. The Thanos meme. It's very funny. You should go check it out. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Probably should have taken the first one, right? I think we'll let this hit. It's unfortunate, but really don't want to get marked, but I'd really like to. I guess I should block here. Maybe I'm supposed to give equipment there. I keep talking about using Iron Fist Revelation, and then like I just never do. Getting that Art of the Dragonfire is really solid. I think even Fate is better in Victor than Shelter. So I do know that Filippo was playing Fates, but I think I personally think that Sync is just better than Fate because it gives you the ability to fix your hands. But I do understand that fixing your clashes has some real value, right? Rolled 5 ones in a row. They've probably have died. Wait, what are we talking about? 5 ones in a row? What did I miss? Yeah, Opt is really good with Clash. I agree. I 100% like Fate over Shelter, but Sync is better than both. I personally like Sync just to be able to fix red hands and stuff like that. But I definitely understand why Filippo was playing. Is that all my grips? Is this the third grip? Wow, again. Oh, you're killing me, deck. You're killing me. I guess we're gonna discard Bravado. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're just blocking with our hand anyway. I think Fate is stronger than Seek in Clash decks. All right, tell me why, Damien. Walk me through it. Okay, so they flick on the first chain link. Nope. No, thank you. Siri out here trying to make my life. No, thank you. I knew better. I knew better. No, thank you. No, thank you. I swear. No way Riches is in the deck for these kinds of matchup? Yes, it 110% is. Why would you not play Riches in this matchup? You can pitch Riches to flexors. Like, I think playing Riches in this matchup is almost objectively correct. I'm open to hearing why not, though, Jake. Tell me why not. I know that we're doing this a turn early, but I think it's fine. Filippo did so well. I would have rage quit if Huntsman hit Remembrance with Hunted or Hunted on turn 1. I mean, I have to say, like, Filippo's ability to just, like, keep it together and keep playing was quite impressive. I think we're taking 3. Hang on, let's think about this. If we block 3, we can, depending on what we draw, we're going to need these 2 cards. We're going to take 3 and assess what's coming next, because we know it's a breakpoint coming next. Thought I clicked on that. All right, so Richest makes a gold. We draw a card off Victor. Drawing into Test of Strength is actually kind of awkward. Yeah, I agree. Victor is fighting us right now. So what deck are we going to play next, Mechano? Why do you say Pablo high-rolled Filippo? He hit Remembrance off the top of the deck. He hit Remembrance off the top of the deck. He banished a Macho Grande and a Golden Sun off of a card effect and hit a Macho Grande in the dark during the game. I mean, like, it feels pretty safe to say that he high rolled. Like, I think that's a pretty safe thing to say. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna block with the Clash and see what we hit here. Wow, man. And if there is an empowerment here, we do have flexors available to us, which is kind of nice. He hit Goldmane. No, he didn't hit Goldmane from the top of the deck. Or no, he banished a Goldmane with a coercive tendency, if that's what you mean. Yeah, turn 1 was Remembrance. Like, I mean, listen, like, guys, I don't say this in like a bad way. Like I love Pablo. Pablo's awesome. I just like he just, you know, he rolled hot. Like, and that's just kind of how that goes. Like, our opponent knows the Spinal Crush is coming in for 10. Hopefully this is a good tempo shift because the game... Actually, wait a second. Am I supposed to play this? We know we have a blue on top. We know that the right behind you is there. We probably just want to clear that right behind you out, make a second gold. And then that way we're set up for, like, you know, fighting through some of the clashes. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Pablo played the game very well. And Pablo's play of playing the codex on the last turn in the game with, like without doing anything else was extremely heads up. But, yeah, like, Pablo high rolled. And that's okay. You know, like, you make it to the calling finals, you probably high rolled a little bit, and that's okay. How many visits have we seen? 2? Ew. So I think we're supposed to throw Disable because they are the same thing here. Disable and Fault Line is the same thing at this point. And I would rather disrupt our opponent if we can, and then Arsenal a 2-card play. Huntsman is very good. Yeah, Vitor. Victor, I said that I wasn't going to play Victor last week, and Victor is letting me know that today. It's okay. We got to work through the bumps in our relationship. It's okay. It's okay. Victor and I we're finding each other right now, you know? We're finding each other. The future queue is dead? No testing Ziggy tonight? What do you mean the future queue is dead? Huntsman tomorrow? I don't know what your all's obsession with me playing Huntsman is, but I'm probably not playing Huntsman, guys. How many clashes have we seen? We have 1 more Test of Strength, and we have 2 Sink Belows we've not seen. I will say cutting Erase Face does make this matchup a little bit worse. I do think we're just going to get the breakpoint block here. We had to put a Sink Below. We had to put a Sink Below on the bottom earlier, I think, from our clash. Don't play Huntsman, I'll fall asleep. I mean, everybody might fall asleep if I play Huntsman. Like, on God, for real, for real. No resource there. Please no Snatch. So, block with Boulder Drop, send the Hammer for 4? I mean, I think we're supposed to block here, right? I hate to block, but I think we're supposed to. And they're not arsenaling so that the fault line gets no value, and that's okay. Listen, the prism drunken promises may just have to be made up to you guys in another way at this point. Because I the prism cards I was borrowing for my local, I've already given back to them and I gave them some extra stuff that I got at events to thank you for letting me play their stuff. All right, they lose an ignite. I mean, we're at 17, so like fatigue's not super plausible here, but there could be a world where we are fatiguing them. I think we have to take one. I love Huntsman, but I'm also an Assassin player. I mean, that's fair. To each their own, right? This is not aggro blazing. You are correct. We are, in fact, not aggro blazing. And then we're just going to give Fault Line and Command and Conquer. I will say this is the one problem with flipping Fault Line face up is that when we flip it face up like this, like it's very on the nose that they should not arsenal, so they'll probably just start throwing most things at me. Are all of the empowerments gone? Yes. Oh, interesting. I mean, I'm curious to see if they snap here. Okay? I mean, if they drew a snatch, we get punished pretty hard. We have to see what all they've seen, right? So 2 shelters, 2 sinks. I mean, all the Oath of Loyalties are gone. There's 1 Rabble left. There's probably 1 or 2 E-Strikes left. I mean, I sadly think we're just blocking here. I kind of hate it, but it just feels like where we're at. Oh, dudes, like Scott, Erica, and Gabe did a phenomenal job in the booth this weekend. Scott is very quickly becoming one of my favorite commentators. I love Scott. Scott's absolutely awesome. He's so good. I might have 7 more cards in my deck, but we are at... But we are at 14 is my concern, and they get to flick every single turn. And like plus like these random dagger hits are bad for us. Oh, I was unbelievably sad to see how that Victor game went. That made me very sad. Okay, so we're going to have to take this dagger down to 12, which means we're at 11 minimum this turn. I am going to sink below. And we're going to put this on the bottom. If they have another breakpoint, it's going to be pretty bad for us. Like another 0 for 4 would be bad. Lava Burst. So we're going to go to 9, and they have a 5-card hand now. I mean, there's just unfortunately nothing we could do about that. Like they were able to go... They had a 4-card hand that let them go 6 chain links wide. I don't think we could really do anything about that. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to take 5 and then play the fault line. This test of strength might put us in a good place. It wasn't a 0 for 4. You are correct. I did not consider that. I did not consider that, Cody. You have to hit undo 1 more time, opponent, if you want to undo something again. Yeah, there you go. I always wait. Just to, like, let them do whatever they want to do. Oh, yo, Scott's going to be casting in Yokohama? Nice. He does a great job, and it's great to see a local doing well. Is Scott local to you, Steve? That's cool. I didn't know. I mean, I think he's, like, English, right? You gotta call him Scott Yokohama. I feel like there's a meme here I'm unaware of. Okay. Am I taking 2 down to 6 to be able to throw fault line for 9? Or I'm sorry, yeah, for 9. I think so. I think I have to. I don't think I have another choice. Being able to still win this game would be pretty awesome. I would love to be able to still get this W here. Considering how the game has went. Oh, Scott's playing in Yokohama? Yo, that's cool. That's so cool. Wait, because Toulouse won, Scott's playing? Remarked that Mr. Toulouse won Toulouse, so now he's changing his name. Oh. I did not know. I did not hear that story. That's pretty funny. I like that, though. All right, that was probably their last E-React. They might have one more. I'm not sure. We have no more cards to bail us out. I don't know if blocking that is correct, but... The question is, even if they do nothing but flick us for the next 5 turns, like, are we in a position where we can survive? I just don't think we can block both the daggers, right? I mean, maybe I'm supposed to. I don't know. Okay. So we block 6. We go to 4 flick knives. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a chance for us to win this game. I think too many things went wrong early on, but like losing double grip, having to break the shield early, just some unfortunate things. But I mean, I'm hanging on like there's a chance right now. Okay, so there's a Sink Below and a Fate Foreseen. Okay, so two of their cards are Sink Below and Fate Foreseen. Okay. I mean, what cards do they have left? We can probably just depict most of their deck at this point. They have a Blaze Headlong. They have a Ravenous Rabble. A Sink of Fate. I mean, if they're not playing all the Blaze Headlongs, I don't know what they're doing. Hey, what's up, Carl? Yes, I will be at Tokyo Toy Box this weekend, Raymond. I sure will, yes, sir. Does this even have Go Again? It's 2 or more, it gets Go Again. Okay. Yep. So we go to 2 here. Yikes. I'm just going to concede since we're definitely going to lose next turn. That was one of those games where like I definitely feel like Victor was not happy with me. They were on 1 snatch. Did I see that correctly? They were. Interesting. What was the rest of their deck? Oh, they still had a lot of gas left. Yeah. I mean, losing 2 grips early definitely hurt. Having to reclash, and then it was just one of those things. Victor was not happy with us.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I absolutely love that. Lose, let's see, Synindra lost. Had to discard to 2 Test of Iron Grips in the first, like, 6 turns, I would say. Broke shield early on Reclash and still missed up. Got me with Flick Knives down the stretch, if I can type. Okay. All right. We're getting back into the rhythm of things. That was Victor's I'm angry game. Packed your angry eyes, just in case. I'm gonna be honest, I definitely don't disagree with you that Trounce probably has a place in this meta, but I don't think Trounce was doing us any favors in that matchup. Go back to Dio before she LLs, only 40 events left, right? Yeah, we're probably playing Victor at ProQuest this weekend. I don't know what the plan is in this matchup. We probably want to go second, right? Good luck and have fun. I do love that it just says opponent. I do love that because there are definitely some people that have some, like, what I would call pretty obscure names out there. Tough Nut! Just Clash better? Forehead? How's my fake Guardian fan? Okay, first off, sir, if there's ever been a way to get banned from the channel, it's that, okay? Easy. Easy. Trounce is probably even better with Shield Beater because it's a 1-card 6. Oh, I guess you just, like, literally, like, the Vigor, the... Oh, wow, that's actually pretty cool. It's a 1-card 6. We are on Crown of Dominion in this matchup, and we are playing Pummels over Test of Iron Grips to try and get some, like, extra pressure going here. By the way, guys, thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming back after the stream died and hanging out. I know that it's not always easy to get people back together, especially after the stream has died. Yo, are they on Medax? Oh, so they're on the yellow heavy version. Okay. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Yo, 68, 71, 72. 72 cards into us is crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Yo, what's up, Ethan? Yeah, this is going to be a lot of yellows, right? Like, it's very hard for them to miss, I think, is how this works. Nah, they can have a Vigor token. We'll try to win the gold next turn because we love gold. I always try to do the, like, gold member impression from, like, Austin Powers, and it just never works out. Yo, Medax is kind of interesting, right? Draw a card, then discard a random card? Oh, that's right. I forget that that's how this works. I'm so used to it just being bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. That shit. It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's block 7. Oh, yeah. That's right. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. One game. Victor is slowly forgiving me here. Slowly forgiving me. I hit a double Savage Claws Tough Nut the other day. Yo, what? Medax is kind of crazy. I'm here for it, though, yo, bro. Like, our friend here is cooking. Like, roll them over. They're done on this side. Cooking. So if they just don't have a card to discard, they just don't discard. So we block here to flip this up, give Sink Below. Don't put anything on the bottom. And we're just going to play our hand out because hand be good. Hand be good. And I think we want to keep the Cranial Crush just in case. That's why we kept the Cranial Crush. Is there any world we throw the Cranial Crush? No, right? I don't know. We have to think about this. It's face-up information as to where arsenaling is not. So I like throwing this for 10 because the Cranial Crush could be for 12 next turn. And even though it's a fake on-hit effect, still, like, you know. It is indeed time. That's right. Now that I'm thinking about this, I've seen a lot of Tough Nuts playing Savage Claws. Is that the... Wait, I'm giving something -3? Hey! Hey! What did they have on top? It probably matters. We have a Clash of Bravado. We're about to find out whatever they have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it probably does matter. We should probably be aware of whatever they're doing, but, you know. Oh, man. 2 floating, opponent. Don't sweat it. Turn off the meat axe. Draw? I mean, yeah, you can't draw cards. No, that's fine. So they can't draw cards, so technically it would turn off the meat axe, which is interesting. I had not considered that. That is actually pretty interesting. I mean, so, like, I guess if they had a card to discard in their hand, they could do the thing, but... I mean... Yeah. Just throw 7, I guess. Tough nut, tough nut. That's right. Tell him, Michael. Welcome back to another episode of Is It Pummel? I like that. Welcome back to another episode of Is It Pummel? Ooh. Fault line stonks? Hopefully. Should be. We're going to block with a debilitate, probably. Take a little bit of damage. We might block with the revelation here. No, we're not. I lied. We are going to block like this and just take 4. We can pitch the Golden Sun. They don't have an arsenal. We should block 6, right? What if we block 4, take 3, pitch Golden Sun to Goldmane Estate? We draw blue because we're just built like that. And then it's Boulder Drop for 8, Arsenal Fault Line. If we draw a better card to Arsenal, we Tunic and Fault Line to throw the Boulder Drop and then Arsenal something else. I actually kind of like this play. Because they've already chewed through a lot of their equipment, and 8 means that they can't just block 4 for free. Like I said, we're just built like that. Did we know what we were drawing? Did we clash? Like, did we reveal something? Did we know what we were drawing right there? It went about as well for them as you'd think. We want Golden Sun first. Arsenal, the Fault Line. Ooh, there's our Remembrance. How many gold mains have we played? 2? So we're going to park the Remembrance. I mean, we want to Arsenal their Remembrance, right? So I think we're just going to overblock this, as weird as it feels. Yeah, because whenever we draw our last Goldmane Estate, this comes in for 12. I mean, their first card's blocking for 6, so... we just want to be able to play Goldmane Estate, and then with the Victor trigger on the stack, or I'm sorry, with the Victor trigger on the stack of drawing a card, we just want to make sure that we get to play the Goldmane Estate and go crazy. Uh-oh. We drew a pummel. Pummel, if you will. Yeah, we'll just take 2 and hopefully we win the clash. Oh, I said, ooh, come Come on, baby, turn the lights off. You love to see it. You love to see it. Is there like a gold emoji? You guys should put gold emojis in the you guys should put gold emojis in the chat because we hit a golden sun off a test of strength, which is crazy. I have a Valda Sage list. I don't have one on me. There's probably like a team one that like we worked on at some point I could probably find. I'm in a crisis because I max rarity RKO, but wish he was Lyeth. Was so boring and objectively worse without Claw. Levi is actually better with Hex in a way. I did see your picture that said you were playing Hex in Levi. I thought that was pretty fun. I did see that. I did see where you said that. We did hit golden. We did hit double gold, or we hit golden sun on pet double golden sun on Peck Perfect, which was pretty cool. Well, we're playing it because we want to get cards out of our hand. It doesn't feel great, but we're just gonna play it. Where is that last? Where is that last Goldmane estate? I hate that Bob Barker. This seems fine. Throw a Spinal Crush off of 2 cards, not bad. Yo, what up, Taylor? There's a gold coin emoji. We'll take the gold coin emoji. Yo, Initial, what's up, dude? Terran is in fact my golden son. You are correct. Terran be the real MVP. Oh no, this is weird. I think we're gonna sink, put the CNC on the bottom, and then we just get to throw 8. I'm just interested in throwing big number here. Oh, yo. I like the YouTube version. I went 4-0 in sides at Toulouse. Oh, nice. Would you say you're a fandana of the bandana man? Yo. That's a bannable sentence? Oh, come on now. I thought that was pretty good. Come on now. Don't be like that, Taylor. You ain't gotta be like all of that now. Yo, let's go. Dave with the 18 months over on Twitch with the Prime support. Dave, thank you so much. My man said second Twitch baby born. It's kind of crazy. It's actually kind of crazy that like that's you know, that's just true. Kind of crazy that that's just true. I love it though. Dave, thanks for 18 months, man. I appreciate it. This isn't Huntsman? I never said we were playing Huntsman, you animals. Where's this coming from? I never said we were playing Huntsman. Num 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 num. Oh, this doesn't work with riches, does it? Oh, that sucks, because I'm going to draw a card first. Oh well. Ha 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 ha. Num 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 num. Let's throw Hammer and Arsenal Fault Line. We'll throw Fault Line for a billion next turn. That's right, Pot of Greed. We could have Pot of Greed. I don't think we're supposed to, though, right? There's no reason to Pot of Greed there. I feel like playing Pot of Greed is actually very greedy. Oh, no. Would you look at that? What seems relevant right now? Ooh, are we getting aggroed? Am I about to pitch Ripple Away to Flexers just for Value Town? I mean, if it allows us to block... Actually, I'm going to pitch like this because I want to keep the Cranial Crush in my deck. Oh, Huntsman matchup is relevant. Huntsman matchup is relevant. Definitely agree with you. New duel named Hero, Ziggy, Azalea, Lightning Ranger, Illusionist. Oh, inspired by Azalea. That's hilarious. Block like this and flexors. I mean, hey, we got 4 value out of flexors, more than I normally get. We draw a red and we're still fine. Yeah. Hammer for 14. That's right. Here comes daddy's money. Is there any world we just, like, rip this Golden Sun? Like, is there a world where we just rip the Golden Sun? I mean, there's, what, 2 more estates left? Getting hit by a thing that destroys our gold would be pretty bad here. I think we can just rip the Golden Sun for 21, right? There's only 1 toughness token, so I think this is acceptable. Playing the Golden Sun last turn would have not been bad. I mean, playing it on this, like, drawing another one was fine. I don't, like, this is one of those matchups where, like, this is going to sound really, like, weird, but I don't really, like, fear this matchup. So I'm never, like, in a rush to, like, play them at the perfect time or anything. Like, I'll play all of my cards when I get to play all of my cards. Now, one of these days, that's going to come back to bite me. I have no doubt. I have 0 doubts in my brain that one of these days that is going to come back to bite me in the ass. Oh, hey! Yeah, use those 3 toughness. You think you could beat me on Tough Nut? I mean, Damien, you say that every single time I talk to you about any matchup. You're like, I could beat you on this. Like, you say that about everything, bro. I mean, the Vigor resource does mean that we can do some cool stuff here. I can block 6, and then we can throw Headbutt for 7 and 11 is 18. Leave that on top. We'll use it to finish the game off next turn. Tunic counter's coming up next turn anyway, with the card right after that. Well, with the turn after this anyway. Yeah, we'll go to 23. That's fine. Headbutt, because we have a headpiece for 18. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, we get to give something -3? Oh, blowout. And we win with a Golden Sun? Oh, man, it's almost like we left that on top. Yo, what an opt. What an opt. GG's opponent. Remembrance Goldmane Estate continues to be good. Hooray! Confetti! We win! Just draw the Golden Sun and end the game. Why would we draw the Golden Sun when I could have played it next turn? We absolutely should have just drawn the Golden Sun and won the game. 100%. We should have definitely just drawn it and played it there. That would have been so much better. I was, like, just on autopilot there and not, like, you know, thinking like I should have been. Definitely a forehead moment. All right, let's update the record. So we lost to a Synindra. We beat a Tough Nut. Let's see. We got the win. Blocked out to protect life totals, life total, and then used Remembrance plus Estate plus Golden Sun to close the game out. Okay, perfect. So never let go. I've been on, so I was having this conversation last night, and I'm gonna share a personal tidbit about myself with you guys. Oh, fun. I think we're supposed to go first, right? I think we're supposed to go first in this matchup. I can't remember. This is not a favored matchup for us. But I'm going to share a personal tidbit with you guys about me. I think I'm slowly discovering that my favorite band is that my favorite band is Rise Against. And I just, we're on one remembrance, by the way, in case we get back to it. We are on tech plating because we need to block. I love Rise Against. Like, I love so many of their songs. Oh, you can hit edit deck. Oh, that is such a cool update. Yo, Talishar Devs, when you see this, chef's kiss. That is an amazing update. Absolutely love that. They're also on Titan's Fist. I guess I should not attack in case they have Valhai Riven in their deck, in their hand right now. I'm forcing them to do less good things, and we'll Arsenal the Sink Below here, I think is fine. Oh, dude, I love Rise Against. But yeah, I've just been listening to a lot of Rise Against, and like I really like their music. Like Rise Against a lot, and I've just been really like vibing to Rise Against lately. They're like they are a big piece of my main playlist I listen to. Oh, and Seether? I love Seether. Seether's music's great. Like I like Seether, like Creed, like all that kind of stuff. Vitor said they're thinking. Hang on, I gotta. It's now shorts time, and so like I'm wearing shorts, and so like I have to like my underwear and my shorts right up, and I have to like fix it from time. I have to fix it. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, pulverized terrifies me. They are very lucky we do not have the pummel here. We did get a lot of equipment, which is good for us, but they clearly have a pummel they want to play. We're gonna bottom our pummel. I mean, we're probably just like blocking the house here, right? Okay, so they're gonna make two. They're gonna make two because they're gonna go get Leyline of the old ones. This does not get dominate, thank God. Oh, they're gonna have three actually? Ugh. Do I want to sink the pummel here, actually? So we block like this. Play the Sink Below from Arsenal. Actually, do we just do this and play both the sinks and then Arsenal the pummel? Is that better option here? Oh, yo, like I am like always down to sing a Rise Against cover. Like I've been listening to Talking to Ourselves a lot. That's like one of my favorite songs by them. Yeah, I think we're just gonna block like this. We're gonna hope we get a little bit lucky on the clash. We're gonna play both of the Sink Belows and Arsenal of the pummel. I agree. We definitely want the They didn't pitch Ataya. They pitched Grandeur. They pitched Grandeur, not Ataya. Like wanting to sink for later makes a lot of sense. Is there any world we're supposed to block with this actually? Yeah, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. Big bonking is a thinking man's game. That's amazing. I mean, if we block like this, I can just give the sink from hand and just take one, and we just kind of like reset with a sink and Arsenal. That's not great. We're going to give them a gold, unfortunately. This is the unfortunate part of... Oh, shit. Shit. I gotta play that. Yeah. So they're going to have 4 seismic surges, and they're going to have a spec for next turn. So if they have a... Oh, they have a heave card? God, if they have another pulverize, I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight. I mean, I think we're just hanging on. Like, that's all we can do right now is just hang on. Like, I really did not want to block with the pummel there, but I don't think we had another choice. Quick, let me just jam Arclight Sentinel into play. Oh, they did have another pulverize. So let's see. They have 1 surge in play right now. I think we're just going to play Sync. We're not going to bottom anything. They are arsenaling their spec. We can block the spec next turn with Aura Magus, Tech Plating, and a card from hand. I think we're just going to give Sync. We're going to play the Estate. And we're going to arsenal whatever we draw. I want them to have to pitch a card. Because they have 2 surges right now. They're going to get another one off of us playing the Goldmane Estate. I don't know that we could have drawn a worse card. I mean, we're better off to just ship this, right? Like, that card sucks, but we're better off to just ship it, I think. Top 5 favorite artists. 3 Days Grace. Rise Against. The Veronicas. Top 5 favorite artists is tough. I don't know. Like, those are the 3 that jump out at me the quickest. I would have to think about the rest. I would definitely have to do some thinking and think about the rest. Okay, so there's no pummel here. So it's 4, 6, 8. I mean, we're going to give them another one, which is not great, but I think it's fine. They have 3 surges now. We're down 8. I'm a metal guy? Yeah, like Metallica is one of my favorite bands of all time. What are the odds that we make a surge with Golden Sun, throw Fault Line for 10, and then Arsenal E-Strike so that we have a play for next turn? I think keeping an Arsenal is important to do against our opponent. I really don't like having 2 Golden Suns back-to-back, though. I don't think there's a shot we're supposed to Arsenal Golden Sun, right? Like, are we supposed to just rip it, actually? Like, are we supposed to just Arsenal this and set up with a Surge and just, like, try to throw it for 10 next turn? Is there any world... I mean, I agree it's early, but, like, this is a matchup where we don't exactly get what I would call a lot of breathing room. What if we went 8, go again, into 10? Like, to hell with Arsenaling it. What if we just went upstairs? Like, what if we just went upstairs? This is a weird one. E-Strike, bottom the Fault Line. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to throw 18. I think we're just going to throw 18. I would argue that throwing 18 puts us in a pretty good position. Just willing to take that, and then we'll just rip this. I mean, we are in a position where, like, our next Goldmane Estate does make... Oh, Jesus. What did they keep? My opponent just took 18. With seemingly without flinching. So they're going to pummel us. Yo, what's up, Himmel? How are you, buddy? Rouse would have made a lot of sense here, actually, as well, Jake. Oh, so Jake, you said earlier that we weren't supposed to be on riches in the Syndra matchup. Do you care to like go back and elaborate on that? Because I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I mean, that's 2 pulverizes and 2 specs in 5 turns. My opponent, yeah, Vitor just said, "Is it pummel?" A great memory game on TV, I've heard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We would have to give up all of our armor here. I'm kind of interested in just like blocking and letting this happen. Do you do sign cards if I have a copy of your spoiler card? Bringe, are you asking me like if I will sign a card for you? Is that what you're asking me? I just want to make sure I understand. Because if you're asking me like if I'll sign a card for you, yeah, I'm more than happy to. I'd be more than happy to sign a card for you. Discard Fault Line. They have what? 5 surges for next turn? Spec, hit. Yeah, okay. We're going to throw Hammer, and then we're going to try to line up an Iron Fist Revelation block. Yeah, Bringe, I'm more than happy to sign like a card. I bring a Sharpie to every event with me just in case. Oh, you don't own Quick Dodge? Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, you're probably not playing Riches in that matchup if you don't own Quick Dodge. So I will say, while like off the top of Bringe's question, if you ever come to an event and like you are curious about like talking to me or speaking to me, like please come say hi to me. I would love to meet you. I would love to talk to you. I am someone who like I am a big fan of the community, so like I would love to chat with you and to get to know you. So please come say hi, come talk to me. The one thing I will say to people is I did have somebody at an event walk up to me while I was playing in a game. So I do ask that like, you know, you try to that like you wait until I'm finished playing my game. Just because like if I'm in a game, like I'm trying to play the game and be focused and, you know, compete and stuff like that. So, you know, like I will say that if I'm playing a game, that's something that's when I do ask that you wait a minute. But other than that, like please come speak to me anytime. Be more than happy to talk to anybody. Yeah, this has been an interesting game, Oblivion. You revealed their pummel earlier on the top. Oh, I mean, if they didn't have pummel, so let's say even if we didn't reveal it, right? Because like we knew they had it. It's insane to me that they're gonna take 1 off of this after blocking with 1 card from hand. I feel like we're getting high rolled. Maybe we're not. Maybe I'm just like crazy. Maybe this is not what getting high rolled looks like. Oh my god, I would love to win this Clash of Bravado and blow this stupid thing up. Uh, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna pitch Ripple away. 6, 7. Maybe we're supposed to pitch Golden Sun here, actually. We pitch Golden Sun because we want to have as many resources as possible for the next turn. I mean, if it's pummel, it is what it is, right? There's nothing we can do. Oh, I mean, I play Rainbow Foils in my Guardian decks pretty much all the time. I love to play foils in my Guardian decks. We're going to blow up Leyline of the old ones. And then move to reactions. You get to blink first. Going to pitch Golden Sun. We're going to draw into... What did we reveal? A Thunderquake? So they have 2 surges for next turn. I really hate that we're going to give them another one. Their promising terrain lining up like this is very unfortunate for us. I think we're supposed to play this out. I think that the value we get from this is just too good. We are just like throwing 10 and also making 4 might tokens. I think this is one of the reasons that Vault is favored into us. Vault is a very good deck. I think Vault is like one of the better decks for like the see like when Verdance is gone, Valda is scary good. Now I will say Valda did just lose one of its best matchups in KO being gone, but if I pair into you, can I give you a nickel for the tunes and a card for the John Hancock? Absolutely, dog. Absolutely, Bringe. Vitor said they were thinking. We're definitely not out of this yet. I think we're not in a great spot. We have forced very few cards out of our opponent's hand here. Having to block with our pummel because our opponent has played 2 pulverize and all three of their specs in 7 turns, is actually very good for them. It's been like a really high roll so far. So like I'm really just trying to hang on. We're also like down to 1 sink below. So if this is a matchup we are expecting a lot of, I am going to be prepared to play at minimum 2 copies of Staunch moving into Calling Memphis. Playing that now, huh? Oh, I guess they wanted to make a 4th one because of the promising terrain. I mean, it feels like there's a decent chance that we could roll theirs to the bottom. Like I know that they draw, like they get a card from this, but so we're gonna take 8. We're gonna discard Ripple away. All right, hang on. We got to think about this one for a second. They have 2, 3, 4 equipment block left, so Macho Grande is not looking great. Neither is Headbutt from here. I think we just have to ship this for 11 and just hope that their hand's not insane. I mean, they have 5 surges. I'm really surprised that everyone dropped Fatiguities. I don't think everyone dropped Fatiguities. I think people realized, well, I guess they did, but I think that people realized how hard that deck is to play, Michael. And so people are like learning that this deck's not just some free roll deck I get to play. That Damien and Thomas put together a very skill expressive deck. Staunch stocks are in fact up. Staunches will stay at 2. It's just still too good in a Mario. You're playing it into Mario? I've never tested Staunch into Mario. I'm normally not on it, but I don't hate the idea of playing it. Jesus. Okay. Give Sink Below, throw Debilitate, Arsenal Pummel, try to get back into this game. How many Seismic Eruptions are left? They've also played all 3 Seismic Eruptions? Wow. Yeah, I think we're giving up Sink Below. No Sink. We're just going to throw the Debilitate. Take 6 down to 2. They get rid of our Crown of Dominion. I mean, that's fine. We're going to Arsenal Pummel, and we're basically going to have a prayer to get back into this game. I mean, we're still in this, I think. Like, I still think we're in this game. This game's not over yet. We got to keep our heads up, and we got to keep playing. We are, in fact, no longer royal. You are correct. We just have to block 9. I mean, we're actually just like in desperation mode for a window to play the pummel. Has to be what gets us back into this game. Yikes. I think this is where it's okay to block with this. They're going to throw Titan's Fist after this, and we're going to give 2 cards. Because I think we just need every point we can get right now. Okay. I mean, we know they have a Choke Slam, right? There's 1 pummel left in their deck, because Volda's playing 3 pummels. Like, if Volda, like, Volda just has to be playing 3 pummels. Phil's just objectively correct. All right, Vitor said he's thinking. Yeah, Rutro Raggy is right. Oh, dude, Friday Night Lights is such a phenomenal movie. But then even better than that is a phenomenal show. The person that they picked to play Coach Taylor in the Friday Night Lights show, like cinema. I love Friday Night Lights. I was like, you could have played Rouse into something else. I was like, what are you thinking about? By a football guy? Oh, yeah. 100%. I love football. I mean, honestly, like... Oh, so they had a clunker. Okay. All right, we need to be able to win this. We need to win this Clash of Bravado. All right, blow up their Seismic Surge, make a Might token. We know they have a pummel on top of their deck. Hang on, we have to think about this. Is there any world... I mean, if they have the pummel play, they just take 5, right? If I crack this for a blue, I have a thunk. I could potentially get up to an extra card to play my pummel. Do we win this game if we pummel them here? If we crack all 3 of these, they're going to have 3 surges, which is going to suck, which means they can give extra cards. But if they give their arm piece and we pummel them to come in for 9, because the ideal situation is that we crack into 3 straight blues in a row and we have 2 cards in our hand, right? Yeah, they have... No, there's no shot. There's no shot that pummeling them is correct here, right? Like, I think our out is still to hope that, like, they have 3 reds in hand and can't play their pummel. Because even if they do, like, let's say that they don't think pummel's coming. If they jam Revelation in front, it doesn't kill them. I mean, yeah, so, all right. So we're just dead. It doesn't matter what happens here. So if we had drawn this last turn, that would have been really good. And then, I mean, I probably would have just played the pummel there. Yo, what? Why not throw the debilitate? That's wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter. This wins the game too because we drew riches, but yeah. But I do think that was incorrect, right? If we popped all the gold, we would have had it, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, even if we pop all the gold, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no shot that we win that game from there because they balance, draw into a headbutt, and then their hand is just like, oh, I'm going to block with a couple of cards. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just... I think it's actually just correct for them to play debilitate there, right? Because we can never block all of it. And if we do, it requires a defense reaction from Arsenal. So I think it's just correct for them to just throw the debilitate there every time. Either way, I think that's actually a really good example of why Volda is not a great matchup for this deck. Volda, we went first. We did lose. Up had 2 pulverize and 3 specs in the first 6 turns. All 3 eruptions were played in the first 7 turns. Tough start, but we almost crawled back. So I think the 2 big things that really stand out to me there was, one, like, I think Vitor had a very, very good start. Vitor had a very good start there. But then past that, I think the other piece of that is that we never played either one of our pummels. And the 2 pummels are in the Guardian matchups right now because I think they are a good, like, catch-up tool. Oh, I've not played this matchup in a long time. I have not played this matchup since, like, Singapore, I think. Oh, it's up here at the top. I was like, I know I have a Slippy matchup in here. This is one of the matchups I want to test Crown of Dominion in. I want to test Crown of Dominion in this matchup. Now, we're not on pummels in this matchup, but I do want to test Crown of Dominion. Yeah, it was a very good start. I mean, don't get me wrong, Vitor, you played very well. Like I am definitely not sitting around saying that, like, the only reason you won is because you high rolled me. You played very well. I mean, honestly, this hand just sucks. We're just going to get rid of it. We're just going to ship 8. Like, I don't want to keep this hand. So, Noob, I got to be honest with you. I'm really, I do think there should be a heavier consideration for Trounce. And then I'm also really interested on your take of Staunch Response into Mario. It's not something I've tried yet. Mask of Deceit and Slippy is very interesting. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. I don't think we even playing Remembrance in this matchup. Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, I think we can take 1 here. Like, I kind of hate getting marked, but it's not nearly as important against Slippy as it is against Mario. At least in my experience, I could be totally wrong there. Okay, doesn't matter if we're just getting Omega juiced. Dagger pumps have become such a big part of the world. We'll just block 3. I was like, no, honestly, if they do pump it and hit us, then they pump it and hit us. It is what it is. Let's come in for 10. They have an arsenal, so we should try to disrupt it. Volta play Staunch into Mario? Okay. I'm glad you believe in Victor again. The community was a little depressed. You were looking away last week. Listen, I got to tell you, like, Filippo, by knight in shining armor, brought us back to the light, the golden light. JN, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you're here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. If they are on the stealth and staunch, not so good. If they are on dagger combo, it's super good, but that's in my opinion. Okay. We're going to get mask. They're going to flip into Orb Weaver. This feels like they're playing Mario. Like, this feels like this is Mario cosplay, so we should be on the lookout for the daggers, I think. Is kind of like my take so far here. Okay. Activating Orb Weaver Spinnerhead. I think we want to block like this and let the mark come away. Tarantula Toxin is unfortunate. Not much we can do about it, though. T-Tox is just good. T-Tox is just good, confirmed. Oh, they're just going to pass. All right, so they just want their 8-point life lead. We're just going to throw 6 and see what they do. I'm curious to see how they play this, because we are representing Pummel. Filippo was on a much more aggressive list than most people have been playing. Was the thing that really stood out to me, King, as being different. That's right, the golden light from the golden sun. Tell him, Trent. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason that they're on... I have no doubt that there is a reason that our opponent is on Slippy and not Mario. I'm just trying to assess what it is. Ew, his hand's clunky. I mean, we're probably... We could block with Revelation here. Blocking with equipment's not quite going to get it done here. So what if we blocked E-Strike? Like, what if we blocked like this? And then we went Spinal Crush for 10, Arsenal Boulder Drop. I kind of like it. It is like a inefficient use of our equipment, but I'm kind of in for this. Like, I don't know what else they could have here. Oh, Shred? Damn, I had not thought about that at all. I'm sure they got my shield. Yeah, I did not think about that. And they're going to give us a frailty? Well, if they're going to give us a frailty, should we just throw Boulder Drop? I think we can just throw Boulder Drop and just dodge the frailty. And the rest of our Gold Bane estates are going to be weaker. I've got to be more aware of Shred. Shred is a card that has become way more popular now. Like, I know Pablo was on 6, I think. Okay. Okay. I still think Slippy has a horrible matchup into Mario. I mean, I think playing Slippy is very bold right now. 6 is too many. Walk me through that. Walk me through that, Martin. I'm curious to know. Like, I'm just curious to know, like, your thought process there on that. Definitely not disagreeing with you. I don't know enough about Slippy or about, like, Huntsman or anything to tell you. I'm just curious to know why. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. It's probably not. They're going to flick Hunter's Clave, mark us, we go to 25, and then any pump here works. Scar Tissue. So we go to 22, we stay marked. I mean, I guess we could block with another card. We could block 2 cards in Tech Plating to, like, try and play around that. I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to. I don't want Verdance to leave. Listen, I understand a lot of people don't want Verdance to leave, but I gotta tell you, I'm so glad Verdance is gone. I am so glad Verdance is gone. Codex. Is there even a Leave No Witnesses over here? I don't think there is, right? I think we're... Just gonna have to let this happen. I think we need this to come our way so we can make a new surge, and now we get to come in for 9 because of the counter. Unfortunate, but I mean, Verdance is not gone yet, but I really hope she's gone next weekend. I'm kind of pretending like she doesn't pretend this weekend at ProQuest season. No, okay, sorry guys, sorry. Verdance is not LL'd yet. KO is LL'd. KO is officially LL'd. Verdance is still like 50 points off, I think. What's the purpose of streamer mode in Talishar? It hides your opponent's name up here, and then you guys can't see it over here, but there's a chat that I have hidden because sometimes people just say heinous shit. Oh, they drew a D-React off a Ponder? Dude, we are just getting giga rolled tonight. But all right, first clash cards, turn 5. Let's turn it around right here. But like it just hides your opponent's messages and stuff like that, which I think is really nice. Hides your opponent's messages and like it hides their name because some people have like very inappropriate names. So Verdance is at 936. Okay, so hear me out. What if we do this? We block like this. If we hit a red, we discard both the Command and Conqueror. If we draw blue, we get to Arsenal Spinal Crush. I think that's more correct as opposed to keeping the blue and having a shitty Arsenal. Hitting Thunk is insane. They have a shelter on top. If this is Codex, I'm going to crash out. They came over by 1. Okay, so they're going to draw shelter, which I think I'm actually okay with. We lose our mark, go to 21. Their shelter is now in a really bad spot because of our CNC. So I actually like this quite a bit. How many? It's only our second Command and Conquer. Thonkum, that's right. It still shows their name at the top right part of the card. Wait, what? The top right part? Or are you talking about when it says their turn? Does it not say opponent's turn up here? Now I'm curious to know what that looks like. You have my attention. We're going to see what it looks like on their turn. Oh, it does. It has their turn up there. Well, never mind then. All right, so we're going to force 2 cards out of their hand, and then we're going to hold on to the grip. I think holding the grip is correct. Yeah, no, I'll message Yotrick and let him know. Getting a Leave No Witnesses and a CNC is a massive W. And then hopefully they have a 1-card play that they want to make and we can grip it out of their hand. This is another situation where Trounce would be really good. I think I'm willing to just get the value here. So we flip up Spinal Crush. They discard a Leave No Witnesses. Now, let's see if you respect the pummel. We're a little later into the game, but I got to see if they respect pummel here. It kind of feels like this is just Mario, like literally 80 Mario cards with Slippy. I'd be gripping my ish making gold on these fools. Yo, pause? What? Yo, what did he say? They're just going to hold the other D-React. They did play around the pummel. At least I'm assuming they did. Curious to know if this is codex. If it's a pump, we also get to play this. If they just arsenal, big Sag. We have one more gold main estate. I don't think we're playing any remembrance in this matchup, right? No, we're not. I think we're just gonna rip it. I know it's kind of early, but like they've left us with the room. We need to get them low. I would much rather have disruption here, but they clearly arsenal a sink below or a shelter or something. So Golden Sun doesn't exactly push a lot of damage, but what it does do is it does actually like just like again, like it's either life or they're blocking, which I like either way. Either one feels good to me. We will give grip here, probably on like the first thing that hits. Mario cosplay feels accurate. I'm on Balance of Justice. I'm on Balance of Justice and Crown of Dominion. But yes, I am trying to play the house on turn 0 and get full value. They have another shelter on top. Okay, so they discard a Mark of the Black Widow. I'm okay with that. Oh, it's Death Touch. What did we have on top? Thunderquake? We get to block like this, make a gold, throw the boulder drop, and then pass. They get to block it out with a shelter, which is unfortunate, but we still have our sink below. Feels like there's a reasonable world where like we take this to fatigue, but there's also one T-Tox left, which scares me. They still have one more Saber Bloodshed. Like, there's still 2 codexes. There's a lot of good power cards in their deck, but part of me wants to play Dominion into Gravy. I was debating that when I was like reworking through the sideboard earlier. I think it's incorrect. I think we're probably just supposed to be on Balance is probably just the best play. Balance is probably just better. We're just going to play the sink below. Actually, do we care about this? I just don't think I care about this, right? We just take 3? Yeah, like I think I'm just okay with that. And then, I mean, if they play Codex, they probably get Leave No Witnesses. They get a Death Touch. I think we're just going to no blocks and use Flexers here with Riches. As bad as that feels, I think it's the correct play. We'll do this first so we can see if we need to sink something. We let this resolve. We're going to play sink below. I don't think there's a reason to bottom anything. I think we're just covering this up effectively. I mean, listen, we did go on our whole spiel just to be like, oh, I'm playing Victor again. Listen, when it comes to Victor, it's just, Victor just has such a warm place in my heart. We draw blue there. We can never throw the choke slam, so I don't think it matters. I think we're just supposed to ship hammer for 3. We would have to crack 2 gold, and I would rather have 6 gold for when I inevitably have to try and crack them to win the game. Yeah, it is a very interesting list. I'm very intrigued by their list. I think that's the last copy of Meat Madness, right? No, there's one more copy of Meat Madness. How many clashes do I have left at this point? We have the 1 strength in our hand and 1 grip. We bottomed a sink below earlier, and there's a sink below in our hand. Or in our arsenal, I mean. So I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot. Like, if we can chuck Spinal Crush for 15, it's going to put us in a good spot. Will Verdant's LL next week? I freaking hope so.
Lizard.
Last T-Tox would push a lot of damage here. All right, right behind you. Golden Sun to the bottom. Oh, that was so bad, actually. I was thinking that I wanted to save it for later. Now we're gonna have to rip a gold to target ourselves. Okay, we do rip into the blue. Yeah, I should have left the gold on top. That was really dumb. I just like had a freaking stroke. Yo, we like had the whole thing there, and I just shipped it to the bottom. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen, guys, because that was dummy stupid. My bad. My bad. We're gonna block with this, and then we're gonna try to crack a gold into do some nonsense. Man, that was such a bad opt. Jesus Christ. I'm like sitting here kind of like perplexed by like my play. Come on. We can do it, internet. I believe in you. Fault line for 14 looks pretty good. I clipped it and sent it to the Victor police already. I mean, they should be coming for me. That was stupid. I opted. I had the chance to opt a freaking Golden Sun to the top for the clash. And instead, I shit the bed. I think sending the fault line here is really good. All right, so there's their last T-Tox. You love to see it. How many D-Reacts are gone? 2 Fates. 2 Shelters. Probably pitch the Clash of Bravado, hold the disable for guaranteed disruption next turn if we have it. I mean, we are winning fatigue here, but I'm still playing like a Bagnon right now. Like, when the Victor police get a hold of Noob's clip, I'm cooked. I might get kicked out of the Guardian Discord for that one. I can't wait for somebody to at me in the Guardian Discord later and be like, can you believe what Aggro Blade's done? Off with his head! And I'm going to be like, please, no! I'm just a boy! Always win fatigue. That's why I would not opt for it against them. Get rid of them houses in this matchup. I mean... I think I want to bait them into playing a pump here. Actually, no, I don't. We have 1 codex left I'm saving this for. If they pump this, we're probably just going to take some damage. We're going to go to 16 here. Attack with the Hunter's Clave. Flick this. Flick the Kiss of Death. No. Okay, they're just going to get CNC back. I don't think that was correct. I mean, like, getting the 2 cards out of the deck is, like, you know, cool or whatever. God, please let us win this. Please let us win this. Yes. Blow up that Ponder token, baby. You love to see it. You love to see it. Is there a single matchup where we cut House? No. I don't think I ever cut House. House is just giga broken. They have a Kiss of Death and 3 unknown cards in hand. They have a Concealed Blade left in their deck. They have a Leave No Witnesses left in their deck. They have a Codex, a Pain in the Backside, a Scar Tissue, a Shred. Okay. There's no more codexes, right? Okay, so we can block with this safely because they're not doing anything that we care about. And we're just trying to send the hammer from here the rest of the game. Just try to fatigue them. Cut it in LL versus new. I think if you're playing Victor in LL, there's a bigger problem. But yes, that probably does sound like moderately correct. It does sound like just moderately correct. Do I even care about blocking with this Golden Sun? I think I'm just going to block like this, and then we're just going to give the sink below. We go to 15. Sink below, put this on the bottom. It was Golden Sun, like another card, and then another Golden Sun. So this Cranial Crush into... There should be another Golden Sun on top of our deck, or if not, it's like the next card. I haven't truly been counting my pitch stack, so... Let's see how close to correct I was. We'll bottom this. This is fine. We're just going to block 6 to cover this up. We stay marked. And then I don't know that they have enough damage to kill us from here. I mean, yeah, new with 24 mites does sound pretty scary. I mean, I think they should just be playing Mario. This has been a very interesting list. I'm not really sure. Okay, so I was completely off on my Golden Sun pitch stack. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, what pumps do they have? Like, we can just conceivably count their deck at this point. Shred. Red stands to the red back. 2 of the points are gone. Concealed Blade. Incision. How about Scar Tissue? Oddly enough, I think we're supposed to respect this and give this 1 card, just in case they go like pump, pump, pump or something. Yeah, so we go to 11. Two cards like this is fine. We're going to swing the hammer. They don't care about the hammer at this point because they are, like, they have no cards to mill. This is just 4. Yo, what's up, Bill? We are, in fact, Victor is back. So, Sharp, I think the argument was for, like, new and LL, which, like, I guess, like, I can kind of see the point. It seems very hard for them to make gold. Guess they can just play it over and over again. I don't know. It is really interesting. Up 6 and run. Concealed Blade we know about. I knew that was there from last turn, so... right behind you will bottom Riches. It doesn't matter. I mean, maybe if I keep Riches, we can like do Pot of Greed next turn. So now their deck is 2 Concealed Blades. We're not going to bottom anything. Why Victor? Because KO is officially LL, and I think Verdance is going to be LL after next weekend, which means that Victor lost 2 really bad matchups in the meta going into calling Memphis, and Gravy lost what is already a good matchup in Verdance, and I don't think Gravy's getting any better. I think the only people playing Gravy in Memphis are the true believers. Like the true believers. Hey, grip going to the bottom kind of worked out. I mean, it was terribly wrong, but, you know, worked out. Because now we grip and they have to, like, discard their last card. So this is kind of funny. I'm assuming... They just say good game. I was like, I'm assuming this is concession incoming. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, that was an interesting game. It was an interesting game. So hang on, like, let's look. Was there anything that wasn't Mario, like just Mario cosplay? Because this actually just feels like Mario cosplay the longer I look at this. I guess they just wanted to be able to do things like Mark of the Black Widow and stuff like that and like have it consistently have go again because of the stealth text. I don't know. These just kind of felt like Mario cosplay. I don't know. Hooray! We win! We did it. Let's see. Let me fill this out in the log here. Slippy. We did go set first. Shit. I went first because we shipped the Cranial Crush. We did get to win. Up was on a Mario cosplay. And we got lucky with them blocking with T-Tox on my on my estate turns. CNC into known. D-React in Arsenal was clutch on back-to-back turns. Felt really, really good. Okay, so let's take a look at the deck and let's kind of recap here. Let's talk about this. So one of the questions that we talked about earlier was, does Staunch Response have a place? Now I will say before we talk about Staunch, I am a firm believer that this number is never going to change. I like 30 blues a lot. I know a lot of people are playing 27, 28, 29. You could convince me to play 29. But even then, I think we're being very greedy. I think 30 is correct. Taking a look at the sideboard. Is there a world where we end up on Trounce? I don't know. You don't have to twist my arm too hard. We played multiple matchups tonight that Trounce would have been good against. Verdance and KO gone. You would need to make sure that you had staunches and sinks for like the other matchups where you don't want trounces. But I think Trounce could be pretty good. I agree. Let's have a little chat. The Slippy deck honestly looked kind of weird. I don't know. Tried this a month or two ago. Didn't seem to work too well. Yeah, Nick, it didn't seem great. We went first. Okay, thank you, Vitor. I appreciate that. I mean, I just feel like 30 blues is necessary. Like, playing any less just feels super greedy to me. I don't know. If you are a believer that Victor should be on less than 30 blues, send me a message on Discord. I would like to know. I would like to know your rationale. Fault Line has been good as a 2-card play. Now, the real question is this better than Disable? I do think there is a world where we end up on 2 copies of Fault Line and 1 copy of Disable. There might also be a world where we are on 1 copy of Red Debilitate to play with Tunic and Tech Plating and stuff. The value of the 2-card play off of Fault Line and Boulder Drop and stuff really impresses me. I guess looking at this, my first thought is what would we cut? What would we cut to fit Trounces in? I know that Filippo was on 2 Trounces. So maybe we cut a Weakest Link and Null Rune Rogue to play 2 Trounces, and we can play AB2 into Acilio. The real question is, does AB2 work? And I don't know that it does. You got thoughts on Ophidia? Crow, do you mean I have Ophidia? It's good. I agree. Trounce is good against multiple decks. What if we played 2 Sync Belows and 2? No, that's crazy. We need all the Sync Belows. I mean, my deck sideboards very neatly right now with the way I have it, and I like that a lot. There's I think I'm going to update the deck to where E-Strikes and Boulder Drops are just in the main deck, because I think those are in every matchup. I don't think there's a matchup where I don't have those in. Which means then I'm looking for a 12-card sideboard. Because Fault Line doesn't come in every matchup, I don't think. But I think E-Strike does. AB2 always feels horrible. AB2 does feel very inefficient. Weakest Link is good into Acilio. Weakest Link is good into Dash.io. I have yet to test Weakest Link into Gravy. I think it could be okay, but I'm not sure if that's a trap or not. I need to ask Rose about that, and Sam and some of my teammates and stuff, and just see what they think. I'm not sure about weakest link into Gravy. But I mean, like, Dio, which is one back-to-back callings, and Acilio both look very popular. You don't need Test of Iron Grip. I'm kidding, but I hate that card. Acilio, you only need 1 or 2 AB. The AB is not to stop Surge. It's to force them to play 2 to 3 spells to get its value. That makes sense. Fault Line was good, but like kind of like not the best at times too, Donnie. So I'm kind of thinking that Fault Line might end up being a 2 of, and we might be on like. So I know that Filippo's list was on 1 disable and 2 debilitates. I'm thinking we might end up on 2 Fault Lines and 1 debilitate. I'm thinking that might be the plan. We end up on 2 Fault Lines and 1 debilitate as a way to like have disruption. Because I really like Fault Line. I don't know, like it feels like a card we should be exploring more. Somebody suggested cutting down to 1 Clash of Bravado. I don't want to cut down more Clash of Bravados. We're already disrespecting the Prism matchup quite a bit with the way this deck is set up. And that scares me. That scares me. I mean, we are on Tunic. Maybe to get value into like other like bigger matchups, we can look at being on Shield Beater over Titan's Fist. And then I guess like we could talk about Righteous Cleansing. Like, is Righteous Cleansing better than Staunch Response into like Valda and like into like Fatiguides? Probably not. Staunch is probably just better because Staunch covers more matchups. Staunch is better into potentially Mario. It's better into other Guardian matchups. It's also good into like what is Staunch good into? I guess it's good like if you play against a Levia, a Rhinar has value, I guess. It all depends on what curves you were trying to play. A lot of 5 cost or 4 cost late game, you should have lost all the yellows. So popping gold is not to take a risk. They said anywhere from 27 to 32 is generally fine. I've not had trouble with Acilio and Dash. I just have Trounce to get the value. I am really thinking about adding Trounce back to the deck. RKO and Tough Nut are actually decks where Staunch gets a lot of value. I really think Pummel feels good as a 2 of. I just have to find ratios that work better for what we're trying to accomplish. I don't know. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and see what we can find out. I do have to end the stream. Taylor and Sam and I are recording breakpoints here in about 10 minutes. By the way, we are like talking everything CC going into Memphis. So we already pinged the Discord asking for questions. But if you have a question you want answered on breakpoints, jump in the Discord, ! Discord, throw it in the chat. Be more than happy to have your question. We'd love to answer it while we're live. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out and being here tonight. Don't forget, if you are a member of that Aggro Alliance tier, tomorrow from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time in the Discord, it's going to be a Q&A. So for an hour, you have my undivided attention to talk about the meta, decks, your personal life, whatever you want. I'm just kind of hanging out. So I'm there for an hour. If you are a part of that, make sure you link YouTube or Metafy, whatever it is, to the Discord, and you'll be able to see that section of it. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Yo, Pedro, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube as well. I appreciate that. Take it easy, guys. Full access to roast me. You have another like 60